Hello, my name is April and welcome to the Yoga Ranger Studio. This practice is all about winding down from the day that you've had and preparing yourself for bedtime. So this is a Goodnight Yin practice with just a few poses to help stretch the body out, open up those spaces that may have become a little bit tense or tight or constricted, helping you get a really good night's rest. So you don't need any props. You can do this practice in bed if you would like to, but if you are on a floor that's a little bit harder, you might want to add a blanket on top just for your comfort. So we're going to start in child's pose. Go ahead and take your big toes together, knees a little bit apart. We're going to take a twisted child's pose. So you're going to take your hands out, fold over as much as you can, walk that left hand over to the left, palm facing up, and lower your head down. You can take that right hand around behind you if you like or not. Settle into your breath, start to extend your exhale. Just feel your fingertips softly curling back. And feel the back side stretch of that shoulder. So left shoulder getting a nice big stretch and opening from all that you've been doing through the day. Allow your exhale to extend longer and longer. And in this pose, feel yourself beginning to soften. Feel the stretch in the lower back. Feel your mind winding the day down. Just 2 more deep breaths. If you have that right hand around behind you, walk it down, put it in front of your face, come back to center, and just take an extended child's pose, arms out, forehead to the floor. And then lift up a little bit. We're going to switch sides. Take that right arm underneath, palm facing up. Pull that shoulder back. You can tuck that left hand around behind you or not. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Maybe you spend these first few poses, first few moments, just recapping your day. And then just let it go. It's the end of the day. Almost like a movie running from the beginning to the end. You're at the end now. Just 1 more minute here. Remembering that yin is about not going to your complete maximum pose, but pulling back just a little bit, becoming still, and holding for the period of time. breathing into the space. Last deep inhale and exhale. Take that left hand back alongside your face. Slowly press up, moving very slow here. And this time go ahead and just take your hands alongside your hips, forehead to the floor. Take the hands underneath, press all the way up. We're going to come into Sleeping Swan. So come onto your hands and knees. Take your right knee over to that right wrist. Walk that left leg back behind you. Settle your left hip down just a little bit and go ahead and walk your hands down. You can be on your elbows, your forearms, your fingertips, whatever works for you. If your knee does not like this pose, you can always roll to the outside edge and come into sort of a tipped over swan. Side-lying swan, I guess we could call it that. If you find you have more space and you want to, you can all come all the way down to your head and take your hands out in front of you. Let everything soften, let gravity pull you forward. This is really great if you were sitting in a car or in a chair all the day, opening the hip space, the inner leg, outer leg, and the lower back as well. Helping lengthen and mobilize those areas so you can sleep a little bit more comfortably, less restless. Maybe you find after this first minute that you can walk your hands a little bit further forward and sink down a little bit more. Maybe you're happy with where you're at. Check in with your breath and allow that exhale to continue extending, and check in with where you may be holding extra tension. I tend to really clasp my hands or press my hands together. Sometimes if you just open your palms and let your fingers relax, or release your jaw, opening it a couple of times. We hold tension throughout our bodies in various different places. Now that you've recapped your day, maybe spending a little bit more of your awareness on how your body feels, sensing the things that are going on in each pose. Bring your awareness to your breath. Last few breaths here. Start to bring your palms flat, walk your hands up. Maybe take a little full swan here. Palms underneath and step back to downward facing dog just for a couple of breaths. Walk your dog out. Doesn't have to be a perfect downward facing dog. Maybe rock your hips side to side. Press those heels down toward the floor. Nice stretch for the hamstrings. And then coming back onto your knees, switching sides. So left knee over to that left wrist. Walk that right leg back. And then lower yourself down. Once again, you can roll to the outside of that left hip if that's more comfortable for your knees. Remember, the two sides are never equal, so think about how this side might need something slightly different. Allow your breath to settle the thoughts in your mind and soothe the body. Just about one more minute here. Starting to bring your palms flat, lift up and the fingertips, a little swan back bend here. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. This time you're going to walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands, take them hip distance apart. Grab opposite elbows for dangling pose. Just for a few breaths. Let gravity stretch the back and the hips and the legs out. Shake your head out, yes and no. And then come back down onto hands and knees and come all the way onto your back. Take a nice twist here. Arms out to the side, palms up. You're going to shift your hips over to the right, cross that right leg over the left. Drop those knees over to the left, and you can lift your head and turn and look over your right shoulder or look straight up if that feels better for you. Enjoying the twist. Checking in with your breath again and checking in with the body, feeling if there are any areas that are still tensing up. Just breathing into those spaces, unwinding from the day. Go ahead and turn your head to the opposite side, so looking over your right shoulder, your left shoulder instead of the right. Just opening the sides of the neck. Gently turn your head back to center. Engage your core and bring those knees back through the middle. Walk the feet wide, drop the knees together just for 3 breaths here. Notice how the right side feels compared to the left. And then switching sides, shift those hips over to the left side. Take that left leg over the right. Drop the knees over to the right. Lift your head, turn and look over your left shoulder. Notice the difference between this side and the first side. There's always quite a bit of difference. Maybe you used this side differently today. Maybe you carried something or someone on this side or the opposite side. You want to feel that everything turning back to balance. It's be more comfortable for you while you sleep, and your back will feel better in the morning as well. Gently turn your head and look over that right shoulder. Turn your head back to center, engage your core, bring those legs back through the middle. Take the feet wide, drop the knees together. Notice your breath, notice how everything feels. Oftentimes the sensations in between poses. Go and walk your feet toward one another. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. Let the knees fall out to the side for reclined butterfly. Maybe you can bend your elbows a little bit. As long as the full arm is supported by the floor, you can bend as much as you want for a little more opening across the chest. Here, focus deeply on your breath. That inhale, that exhale, 3-part breath, belly, chest, collarbones. Exhaling, collarbones, chest, belly. Three more deep breaths. Really fill the lungs up, sip in a little bit more air at the top, and then let everything go. 2 more. Inhale deeply. And exhale. And last one. Inhale deeply. Open your mouth. Exhale through the mouth. Take your hands to the outside of your legs. Bring those knees together and just slowly slide the heels out to the corners of the mat. Take your arms out to the side. Rock the shoulder blades underneath. Lift your head. Look at your toes. Then lay that head back down for length in the neck. Feel everything supported and settled. Take a time to scan down through the crown, from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes. Feeling everything softening and releasing, letting go of the day. Preparing for healing, restorative sleep. The rest your body and mind so need each day. If you have done this practice in bed and are ready to go to sleep for the night, please settle yourself in, relax, and I wish you a wonderful night of sleep. If you are still up and moving around a little bit and have a few more things to do, you can go ahead and begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly bend one knee and then the other. Go ahead and bring those knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze. And gently roll over to your right side. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale here. And gently press yourself all the way back up. Come into whatever cross-legged position you like best. Dropping your hands down to the floor. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Open your eyes, look up at your palms. Exhale, hands to heart. Peace and namaste. I hope you have a wonderful sleep tonight. Please like and comment down below and subscribe if you are not already a subscriber. I upload a new video every single week. And if you are looking to deepen your practice with me and would like to experience some more of these practices, you can check out the link down below for my member community site. I hope to see you again soon, either on YouTube here or on the member site. Have a wonderful night.